Hey everyone, it's Keegan, and this is going to be my 10th speech for the Ron Paul public speaking course. Now, this speech is going to actually be my redo of my first speech, the icebreaker speech from a while back. So in my first speech, I made a couple mistakes. The first mistake was I didn't really give y'all any insight into who I was. I didn't tell y'all anything personal about me or anything about my life. I just told you about jiu-jitsu. And jiu-jitsu really, it is a huge part of my life. It is my favorite passion. But besides that, y'all don't know anything about me. The second mistake I really made is I rocked back and forth a lot in a speech due to nerves. So in this speech, I plan on fixing both those mistakes, and hopefully if you go back and you watch my first video, you'll see the growth I've had since then. Now to get started, who am I? My name is Keegan Rouse. I train jiu-jitsu, as I have previously mentioned multiple times, but there is more to me than that. So this is my first year doing the Ron Paul curriculum, and if I'm being honest, I've kind of put it off and I put it on the back burner, so I'm playing catch up right now. Some things I tend to enjoy is art, right? I've mentioned that before. Fishing, gaming, like every teenager guy does, and working out. So now that we have the basics covered, I am going to continue and I'm going to elaborate on each of those things. So the first thing is art. I am a self-taught artist, and I do sketches, anime art, comic art, semi-realism and realism, charcoal drawing, painting, colored drawings, watercolors, and basically any form of art, I think. I am by no means the best in the world, but I am pretty good if I say so myself. And while we're on that, I'd actually like to show y'all a couple of things I've done recently. So I am only going to show 3, I think, to keep it short. So the first one I'm going to show is actually my first colored pencil drawing I've ever done. And it is this. I'm sure you've seen other people do it. It's pretty popular. The second thing I did is it's supposed to be kind of like a silver hand, right? And the last one, it's gonna take a second. I have to scroll to find it because I didn't want to rip it out. I wanted to keep it in good condition. And it is this semi-realism. Yep. So those are just a couple things I've done recently. I've done a lot more art, but I don't want to waste y'all's time with that. So the next topic is fishing. And I'm just going to give y'all a couple stories I've had recently. So the first one is the biggest bass I've caught. I think this was in March or April, I think. And it was an 8-pound bass I caught. So I'm pretty sure the record is 17 pounds, so I was about half the record. It's nothing huge, but it's pretty darn big if you look it up. So basically, it was during the summer, I believe, and I was just super bored, and I remembered that my neighbor, he gave me permission to go fish on this little pond he said there wouldn't be anything too big, probably nothing over 4 pounds, which turned out to not be true, so that was awesome. And I don't know, I went fishing. After about an hour and a half, I had caught, I think it was 8 little tiny 2-pound bass, until I saw something swimming in the water. I could see its silhouette in the water, and it was loads bigger than anything else in the pond, so I casted right on top of its head, and it worked out. And the second story I have is from about 3 months ago, I think. This is the fun story. And we were going on vacation to Galveston, and my parents, they had actually ordered a fishing charter, and we had gone out hoping to go shark fishing, but after almost 2 hours, I believe, and we had a 2.5-hour charter, we had caught nothing but little bait fish. And my mom and my brother, they were terribly seasick. My brother actually threw up and got a rash from it on his face. It's terrible. And we took one last chance and we moved spots, and it wound up being the right choice. I actually caught 2 50-pound sandbar sharks, and in total we caught 6 of them, I think. But since they're sandbar sharks, they're actually protected, and we couldn't even bring them on the boat. But it was still an absolutely amazing experience. So I don't think there's any need to elaborate on video games. It's pretty basic. And as for working out, it's just something I've gotten into recently since I started jiu-jitsu. And I've seen a ton of growth in the last year and a half, actually. I've put on a total of 40 pounds. So that is all I'm going to cover about me on this one. And I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions about me or any critiques about the speech you'd like to give, please leave a comment and let me know. Thank you all for watching. Bye.